you say? Why would you say?
Good morning, welcome to Drive Time with Alec. Here we are. Oh, it's another glorious Monday, and by Monday, I mean fun day. Monday's my favorite day of the week, as you probably imagine. I just can't believe how great it is today. Anyway, topic for the day. Can you, whoever's watching this, change who you are? There you go. That's the topic. See, you see what I did there? You could go broad with it and go like, can people change? But then it's like way too kind of, people are like, oh, I don't know, yes. But then when you go, can you change? You. Not them, not other people, but you. Can you change? Then it becomes personal. See what I did there? There's a personal connection now. Now we're talking about you. Can you change? You know, it's just such a crazy concept because we're reminded that people can change all the time, and then yet, in the same breath, we're reminded that people don't change. And so it's this total irony of like, well, yes, people can change, but no, you will not change. And that, to me, is this total craziness. Because we all get those situations where, like, massive life event happens. Car crash, just boom. World is thrown into total chaos and people change. They make total different decisions. They become different people. And then you have these subtle changes where someone just kind of takes a direction and they just kind of go like this a little bit. They change their course degree just a little bit. And all of a sudden, a couple of years go by and wow, they're like way over here now because they just made that little change that was almost unnoticeable, 2 years ago. And then you have people that you just look at and they're like, well, you're the exact same you've been for years. It's like nothing's happened. Maybe you wanted stuff to happen, but it didn't. And it just becomes this total, why are some people able to change and why don't you change? Such a weird thing. I mean, like, look at course degrees, right? Like, Gal Lindsay, who, at my CrossFit gym, she is awesome. She made a tiny little course degree change, 3 years ago, where she just started being a little more consistent in the gym, and now it's transformed into a lot more consistent in the gym. And then she went from somebody who couldn't do pull-ups. She had this great blog post the night, so if you haven't read it, go read it. And if you don't have access to her blog, I'll link it or something. Facebook me. But, from where you were to where you are, and it's crazy. I remember my first CrossFit workout, I had to do jumping pull-ups. Lindsay said the same thing, and I was like, yeah, I had to do that too. Couldn't do a pull-up. Never been that strong of a guy. Until, even now, I don't consider myself super strong, and then I look back and I'm like, oh, I overhead squatted 275. That's pretty strong. It's weird. Little course changes. But, back to the topic at hand. Why are you not changing? And if you're offended by that, then I probably hit the nail on the head there. There's probably something you want to change that you're not going to. So why can't you change? Or why won't you change? Or why do some people never change? Maybe it's easier to answer that question, right? Why don't you just answer why other people don't change? And then just go ahead and take that answer and just apply it to yourself and allow yourself the grace to experience that answer. Because it probably applies to you and to me and anyone else who hasn't changed. It's funny, I look at, like, my life, right? Going personal here for a second. Go with me. You gonna stay with me? Just for 10 seconds. And I look at it and I go, have I always been this way? Am I just a deeper expression of me or a different expression of me over a course of time? I mean, did I ever change? Did I ever become somebody different than I was before? Was there a path I was on and then I became on a different path? Or just always been my path? I don't know. I wonder. But it's interesting. So, just want you to think about that today. Are you changing? Are you in the process of change? Or are you just in the process of being the same? And if the same is good, by the way, cheers. Don't change. If the same is bad, then figure out how to change. Ask yourself why you're not changing. Ask others why they think you're not changing. And onward and upward. Huh? Oh, this song's so good. Come on, you know this is good.